Guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video about travel hacks using ChatGPT. Previously, I showed you how to make a travel itinerary using ChatGPT, and now we're going to go a little bit further and do some hike planning for Switzerland specifically, but this will work with pretty much any hike. So Switzerland's so broad and so vast and so many good hikes that I wanted to narrow it down. So I used ChatGPT to find some hikes. You just saw one of the hikes I found on ChatGPT, and I'm going to show you how I did it. So we're going to go ahead and go to ChatGPT, where for the sake of the video, I did go ahead and put in all the prompts. So here we have, can you give me some of the highest rated hikes in Switzerland in September? And then it goes ahead and gives us all the hikes that it provides. And if you wanted to expand, if you didn't find any that you liked, you can always regenerate, or you can make it a little more specific or as broad as you want. And you can add some more specifics, such as for moderate hikers or experienced hikers, whatever you like. So it gives us some ones here. And then we have the Ocean Sea Lake, which is one that I previously did. So I'm going to expand a little further on that. Here I say, can you give me some ideas on what to pack for the Ocean Sea Lake hike? And we're going to go down here to see that it showed us some clothing to bring, some appropriate weather gear, sunglasses for sure. But also one of the important things to bring in Switzerland hikes is sunscreen. I got the worst sunburn of my life. So definitely bring sunscreen and sunglasses because you won't be able to see the terrain as well as you think you will without them. We need a backpack, some navigation tips, some hydration and nutrition, and then we have some optional items down here. So then we want to say, what is the weather typically like during September for this hike? And then it goes ahead and tells us what it's generally like. Now, of course, in the mountains, the weather can change on a dime, so keep that in mind. But with that being said, here's some pretty broad September weather, so 50 to 68 degrees. It was a little hotter for me, but that was okay. And then we have some of the rain forecast, so it's a little drier than the other months. And then we have crowds and trail conditions, a lot of good things that you may want to consider in your hike. So then I wanted to expand further on that and say, what level of experience should I have for this hike? Because you definitely don't want to be caught on a hike that you weren't prepared for. So we have hiking experience. It's considered to be of moderate difficulty, but it expands a little further on what you should be as physical fitness, hiking experience, altitude. One thing you got to watch out for is altitude sickness in the Alps. And then we have some other good tips in that category. One other thing that I personally do not like is elevation gain, especially whenever you're dealing with a little bit of altitude sickness. So here we have what is elevation gain on this hike. So it gives us some good pointers, and elevation gain for this route is typically 600 meters or 1900 feet. And it gives us a little more pointers on this cable car, which will take you up most of the elevation, which is a godsend in Switzerland. And then we want to do the cost to do this hike. So the hike is free itself, but the cable car, which you may or may not want, may cost money, it tells you. And then you do have to pay an entrance fee to get into the area and parking, but there are several hikes up there that are free to do. For food and drinks, there are some of the restaurants here, it tells us. There are, like, I believe 3 restaurants, but you could expand further on that if you wanted to and ask ChatGPT specifics and what kind of food they have. And we have some more important details here. And then I wanted to ask, do you have to take a cable car up to this hike? Because that is a really important aspect of most hikes going up such a large elevation gain. So you most likely have to take a cable car. And this can be really detrimental to your budget if you're not aware that they're there. So you do not have to take a cable car up to the lake, but it is an option too. And I would definitely recommend it. It's a beautiful cable car ride. But pretty much that's it for this video, and I hope you enjoyed and I hope you learned something new. Thanks.